Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming to watch this video. I'm going to show you guys 5 simple Skittles hacks. Let's start by making some Skittles marshmallows. You will require marshmallows, so make sure that you guys have nice fresh ones. Any size actually works here, so you guys can have some fun with it. Grab some Skittles, and this is the fun part. You can grab yourself a coffee grinder and just toss them right in there. I was pleasantly surprised how well this worked. So just make sure that you clean your coffee grinder first, and I really hope nobody's coffee grinders break out there, but this one worked actually really well for me. I had no problems, and I just held it a little bit long just to make sure that I got all the chunks. But look how powdery this turned out. And you'll notice that when it does sit in your bowl, it might start sticking together a little bit, but that's okay. You can sort of just break it apart and it'll go back into this powder form. So this is a lot of fun blending or grinding up the Skittles, which I wasn't too sure about, but it worked out very well. So before I put on my marshmallows, I'm just going to blend up my green Skittles as well, and then we're going to stick it on the marshmallows. And I want to try these two colors first, and then I will sip through the rest of the rainbow colors and cover our marshmallows. And again, this turned out beautifully, so look how powdery these Skittles are. I'm so happy with how this turned out. There's so many options, you guys, once you are able to blend up Skittles, and that's what I'm going to show you throughout this whole video. So let's get started by making our marshmallow sticks. So you need these sticks. I just got these at Michael's. They're for cake pops, and you just want to stick your marshmallow on. You want to have some water handy, clean water obviously. So just dip your marshmallow in there, make sure it's completely covered. And I start by dipping it in the bowl, but I actually soon realized that the best way to do it is just pick it up with your fingers and sprinkle it on. And it sticks like glue, so don't worry about that. If it doesn't stick as well as you want, that means you actually need more water. So you want to make sure that the marshmallow is sticky. And we all know that marshmallows get super sticky when they're wet. So there's the blue one, voila, so tasty. And let's make the green one. Alright, just like the blue one, we're just going to sprinkle these delicious green Skittles all over our marshmallow. And here we have our green Skittles covered marshmallow. Are anyone's mouths watering out there? And they should be, because these things are so delicious. And the beauty of these, just like cake pops, is they can just pop them right in your mouth all at once. Alright, behind the scenes I blended up the other 3 colors, so red, orange, and yellow, and I'm going to now make a marshmallow with those colors. And here's our delicious yellow marshmallow. And here's our orange marshmallow. And finally, our red Skittles marshmallow. Next, I'm going to show you how to make some Skittles Pixie sticks. So with all this leftover powder, we're going to stick it into straws to create some DIY Skittles Pixie sticks. So you want to cut, well in my case, I'm going to cut the tip of the straw off because it's a bendy straw. And I'm going to seal the straw by using some pliers and a hot glue gun. So whatever works for you guys over there, whatever straws you have, just make sure that the bottom is sealed super tight, or obviously the sugar is going to fall out. Alright, so once that's all dry and sealed up, we're going to start putting the sugar into our straw. This is super easy. I'm just scooping it up and tapping it every now and then to ensure that the sugar goes straight to the bottom. It fills up super easy and super quick. This is going to take you guys no time at all to make these things. Once you have the amount of sugar in your straw that you would like, we're going to seal up the other end. So I'm going to use the same technique of the pliers and the glue gun, and just making sure that it is really sealed up quite nicely, or else you're going to have sugar everywhere. And that's it, you guys. That's all you need to do to make your own DIY Pixie Sticks made out of Skittles. So yummy! And now it's time to make the other colors. So you just zip through the same technique of cutting, sealing, and scooping that sugar up, and then sealing the end of your straw again. And that's the orange one, so let's move on to the yellow one. Fill it up, seal it up, and you're all done. So let's make our last color, which is going to be blue. And scoop, 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 and you do want to leave a little space at the top so that your pliers can pinch your straw to ensure that you can seal it up really tight. And that's it. What a fun way to eat Skittles, don't you think? To make a Skittles drink is super simple. So you're going to use some of that powder that you have. You don't want to waste this stuff, so treat yourself to a delicious Skittle drink. The beauty of this is that you can add as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like. And yes, it does taste exactly like Skittles. And the best part, I was really happy with the fact that it completely dissolves. There's no chunkies or anything like that. So enjoy a nice glass of Skittle drink. Super colorful rainbow Skittle ice cubes are so easy to make. I actually ended up using the real Skittles, but if you do end up powdering your Skittles, that is even easier. So, but if you don't have a coffee grinder, this is what you're gonna do. So I have 7 spots here, I believe. Pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Yes, 7 different colors. So this already looks so delicious. So I'm just gonna do this super simplified. You just add water, and by the time you get to the end of the tray, the first little cubes have already started melting, and it's so easy. All you have to do is stir it up a little bit, and you can see right now that the color has already come off the Skittles. So just carefully stir it, as you don't want the colors to mix. And it's kind of cool, actually. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the video, but the S's of the Skittles started coming off, and some of them actually stayed in its complete shape. So you can see these sort of little S's floating around, and I thought that was pretty neat. So just stir them all up, and then what I'm going to do as an experiment, I just showed you a little S on that stick there. An experiment is I'm going to keep the top row with the Skittles in, and the bottom row I'm going to scoop the Skittles out and just see the difference when I freeze them in terms of having the perfect ice cube. Once I'm happy with the color of the ice cubes, I'm going to scoop out the insides and make sure that you don't waste. So put this in a cup or a bowl or whatever and actually enjoy it, because it's a different texture that is different from the original Skittle, right? Like the hard shell is gone, so this is just the gooey inside, which is actually quite enjoyable. Once you're done scooping out your Skittles, you just put it in the freezer, wait until they're hard, and then you will have yourself some Skittle ice cubes. And it takes about the same time as any other ice cube. They do melt faster because there is sugar in them, but these things are super bright and super fun. And just so you know, the row that had the Skittles didn't even stay attached to the ice cube, so I wouldn't even worry about that. I would just scoop out the Skittles and just eat them. But check out how nice that makes your water look. It's sort of like a pink tinge, and obviously it adds to the flavor as well. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to make Skittles Popsicles. So yes, these are similar to ice cubes, but I wanted them to look like watermelon slice and a pineapple slice? I don't know, I'm not going to call it pineapple slice, but I want it to look like a pineapple. So I'm filling these up with red and yellow Skittles. So similar to the ice cube technique, I'm going to pour water in it, dissolve it, and then scoop them out. And I did try the same thing as the ice cubes, where I left the Skittles in the other one because I thought it'd be so cool if you could have this popsicle tip that was chewy and full of Skittles. And unfortunately, when I made them, as soon as I pulled the popsicle out, it broke off. But I think if you're really careful, and I don't know, maybe not as many Skittles, I think it could work. And I think that would be a really nice touch to have Skittles in your popsicle. So the colors are turning out really well. I have my watermelon slice, and now I'm gonna have my pineapple. I don't know if you can tell, but I just poured it up to about 3/4 of the way. And you are gonna stick your popsicle stick in there so that when it freezes, you have a little slot to put it back in. Once this is frozen, we're gonna add the green of the watermelon skin and the green of the pineapple fruit. So put the popsicle handles in there, so again, when you freeze it, you have a little space, because obviously once it's frozen and you try to put those in, it's going to be almost impossible. So we're going to freeze this how it is, and then we'll continue on with the green part. So these are looking pretty good, so just take those handles off, which sometimes can be hard, so just be careful. I have a cup of water here, and it doesn't even really matter if it's warm or not. These Skittles dissolve immediately, so a nice big scoop of Skittles, and then you know what? The amount of Skittles that you have is really up to you. So either you can make popsicles that just look like Skittles with like a very small taste of it, or you can put a lot of Skittles to enhance the flavor even more. Alright, so we're all ready to pour our green Skittle deliciousness in. Alright, so carefully pouring it in there, and then after that you're going to put the popsicle handles back in their spots, put it in the freezer, and it shouldn't take too much time, and you're going to have a delicious Skittle popsicle snack that looks like a slice of watermelon and a pineapple. This brings us to the end of this Skittles video, so thank you so much for watching the whole thing. I really hope you enjoyed watching how I turn the Skittles into these delicious little treats, and let me know what you guys think. So I think my favorite after all this might be the marshmallows, and I don't even really like marshmallows, but they tasted so good. So let me know in the comments, you guys, and make sure that you guys give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you do so, because we're always posting more videos. Thanks everyone, bye!